What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. This year's Solstice went live yesterday, and with this limited time event, players have the opportunity to get a rare, one-of-a-kind combat bow that's unlike any other legendary bow that's available. The Fortunate Star is a new legendary lightweight void bow, and this might be one of the best Solstice weapons that you can farm for this year. So if you're a fan of combat bows, then this is going to be one you need to get immediately. The Fortunate Star can only be obtained while the Solstice event is active, so you have less than 3 weeks to farm for it, and you can obtain random rolls of this weapon by completing the Bonfire Bash activity. One huge bonus to this year's crop of weapons is that they can be enhanced, giving their weapon traits improved performance. But that's not what makes the Fortunate Star so incredible. This weapon has some truly impressive base stats, and even more impressive weapon traits that you won't find on any other legendary combat bow. You might even find that this bow performs better than some of the current exotic bows. It's a lightweight framed bow, which means it has reduced draw time, and you'll move faster when this weapon's equipped. The Fortunate Star has a base draw time of 612, and that can be reduced down to 576 with a draw time masterwork. Once it's been fully enhanced, you can even add in the Adept Draw Time weapon mod to bring that draw time down to as low as 540. And with some of the available third and fourth column traits, we could reduce that even further, which is absolutely insane. This has similar base stats towards impact, accuracy, handling, and aim assist as the Arsenic Bite and the Lethophobia. But because of this weapon's unique combination of weapon traits and origin trait, the Fortunate Star will be a much more viable option. Like all the other Solstice weapons, the Fortunate Star has the option of the Dreamworks origin trait, but it also has the option of Feist Stinger, which is a much better fit. As you inflict damage onto enemies, you have a 10% chance on every shot to activate Feist Stinger, which will trigger a 7-second buff that provides you with a 10% reduction in the time that it takes to aim down sights. This also reduces our draw time speed by another 25%, and there's no negative impact towards this weapon's accuracy, range, or aim assist when Feist Stinger is active. So once Feist Stinger kicks in, this thing is going to be downright nasty. We even get some top-tier bowstring and arrow options to go with the Fortunate Star that's going to provide significant improvements to its performance. Elastic String would help reduce the draw time by an extra 72 points, but that's at the cost of accuracy, which is why I prefer to use Polymer String. Agile String would also be a great option, which would almost max out this weapon's handling. When it comes to arrow type, Helical Fletching is my preferred option because we are able to improve both the accuracy and stability without losing any points elsewhere. In the Fortunate Star's third column, we can get Archer's Tempo, Repulsor Brace, Successful Warm-Up, Enlightened Action, Hip Fire Grip, Air Trigger, and Loose Change. Archer's Tempo and Successful Warm-Up would both improve this weapon's draw time, and both of these would be amazing options. But one is based on landing precision hits, whereas the other is based on getting final blows. And between the two, I would rather use Archer's Tempo. Loose Change, Air Trigger, and Enlightened Action are all kind of redundant with this weapon, and nowhere near as beneficial as the aforementioned traits. Now, Repulsor Brace is an extremely interesting option because it's going to give us a 45-point overshield whenever we defeat enemies who are under the effects of any Void debuff. And that's going to synergize very nicely with Void and Prismatic builds that use fragments like Facet of Dominance or Echo of Undermining. It's also going to work hand in hand with the Expanding Abyss and Void Hegemony artifact mods, which will give us bonus damage against weakened enemies and an extra 15-point overshield whenever defeating weakened enemies. Repulsor Brace will make a perfect complement to one of our fourth column traits, which is Destabilizing Rounds. This is the first combat bow to include such a combination, and it's quite impressive. When you defeat an opponent, nearby enemies become volatile. Volatile enemies trigger void explosions as they take additional damage, and once they're defeated, you'll have your 45-point overshield. In addition to destabilizing rounds, we also have Disruption Break, Golden Tricorn, Kill Clip, Opening Shot, Precision Instrument and Archer's Gambit. Archer's Gambit would pair up nicely with a hipfire grip, but I think that's a little too niche of a setup for the common player. Golden Tricorn offers the largest damage bonus of any 4th column trait, but it is contingent on getting melee or grenade final blows to be at its maximum, which leaves Precision Instrument and Kill Clip as the most lethal damage boosting options, and both of these would pair up extremely well with Archer's Tempo. Precision Instrument will bump this weapon's damage up by 25% after consecutive precision hits, but Kill Clip will provide that same damage bonus after each final blow, and it's a much easier damage bonus to maintain since you don't have to land consecutive precision hits. I really like the combination of destabilizing rounds and repulsor brace. It's an easy to use combination that's great against big groups of enemies. But volatile rounds could be acquired through other means, like Echo of Instability. And to the same effect, Void Overshields can be triggered by other sources. So what I find to be the most standout PvE god roll that's going to be viable on any build is Kill Clip and Archer's Tempo. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to get one of each, because this is truly an impressive bow, and you won't be able to get it again until this time next year. So if you needed a reason to grind out this year's Solstice event, then this is it right here. The Fortunate Star is a one-of-a-kind legendary combat bow that you will not want to miss out on. And with that said, I'd love to hear your thoughts about the Fortunate Star, this year's Solstice event, and the current state of Destiny. So let us know down in the comments below, and let us know what your preferred weapon traits are for this bow. Thank you as always for checking out the video. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated and both really do help support the channel. If you need a good build to go with the Fortunate Star, then be sure to check out my Mobalytics link that's down in the description, where you'll be able to find a ton of great endgame PvE builds. If you're a new Light Guardian, just starting your journey, or a battle-hardened veteran who's looking for a new place to call home, then be sure to check out the Discord link that's also down in the description, and join one of the greatest communities in all of Destiny. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.